Welcome to another tutorial video from Video Game Data Bank. We're going to show you how to get started quickly on the new game Raft. Normally you start off and you'll have I think a 2x2, just like 4 squares, and a hook to grab stuff with. You can hold it, throw out there, try to grab stuff like out there. We swim past there, floating past it, and you just get a bunch of stuff. And probably the first thing you want to do is expand your 2x2 into like a 3x3, so you can put something in the middle, like this stuff, and not have to worry about the shark blowing it up, because if it's on an edge piece, it'll blow up an edge piece. So you want to kind of expand the floor, then put down a water purifier and a simple grill so you can get food and water, and then keep grabbing stuff, go out there, everything you pass, just grab as much as you can, and then you want to make a research table, which just uses planks and scrap. Scrap you get from the barrels. You want to grab every barrel that you see. They are the only way basically to get scrap. And yeah, so then once you have all that in the research bench, one of the first thing you're going to want to get in the research bench is the collection net. In order to get that, you have to put a plank up here, hit research, it uses a plank. Do the same thing for one rope, one nail, and those can be crafted in here. Nail and a rope uses leaves and scrap. And scrap is really important. But yeah, once you put all that in, then you can click learn, like one of these ones up here. You can just click learn to learn it. And yeah, then once you have that, you don't need to go to the bench anymore. It'll just be in here. It'll be under this tab, collection net. Collection nets use 6 planks, 8 rope, 2 nails, so you need to get a bunch of leaves for each one, and then every piece of scrap in the beginning, basically every single piece of scrap that you get, you want to turn into nails for these collection nets. Because if you want to go fast, if you want to like actually just get to base building pretty fast, it's the way to go, these collection nets, and I'll show you in a sec why. But yeah, so you just keep grabbing stuff, grab every barrel. Every time you get enough for a collection net, you convert the leaves into rope, convert the scrap into nails, go up here, use the planks with all that, craft a bunch of collection nets. And the goal is to create what we have behind us, which is the end goal of this. Took a long time. It took like a couple hours to get this many on basic game mode, but at first you would just want to you put 1 and then you put 2, and you want to put stuff on each side so the sharks don't eat it. Sharks can only they generally eat the outside in, so you want to put like a row of foundation and these and a row of foundation, and you want to pick a line like this, because then you also at some point you end up making a sail, which is 20 leaves, 3 scrap, and a plank. And the sail, you can pick the direction of your boat, which way you want to go. And so you want to line up, you want to find trash, like junk and all that, and you want to try to line the boat up so it's like running straight into all the junk, and then the junk will just, once you get enough of these, you don't have to constantly be throwing out the hook. Instead it'll just collect in the collection nets. You only need about 25 to 30 collection nets in a row like this before it will literally grab every single piece of junk that passes by. And yeah, as we have right now, we have 28. And that is good enough to collect pretty much everything we pass over if we can get it to go through. And so the big thing, it's like right now there's no junk, and sometimes this will happen, and the only way to find junk is to change direction. But then if you change direction, one problem is if the junk's coming like this whole line of collection nets is worthless. Well, there's actually a way to fix that, which you can change the direction, and then once you find the trash, just every 30 seconds or so, just come here and just move the direction a little bit more right or left or whichever way, and then wait about 30 seconds, maybe a minute, and then move it a little bit more, and the trash will begin to change the direction that it's coming from for your boat, and then just keep slowly changing every minute or so, and then after a few minutes you'll eventually have it like this, and then more, and then you'll eventually have it straightened like this. And then once it's straightened, the trash will start spawning, in a straight line for you, and you'll just be grabbing an insane amount of wood and leaves and barrels and all this. And yeah, it is, once you get to this point, it's about just, you can do whatever you want basically, because you're literally grabbing 100% of all the junk out in the ocean. And yeah, you can just do whatever you want. I think I bugged the game out, but oh yeah, it started dropping and I didn't have room for it, so it just dropped it like that. But yeah, once you do that, you can basically build a castle. You can build whatever you want. I mean, you have infinite materials basically for the basic materials. Then you can just make as many things as you want. This is the best strategy for going fast. You just focus on making the collection nets and the foundation to protect it. Make a big row, infinite materials, and then from there you can just make anything you want. You can just sky's the limit. I mean, you could just make anything. So, yeah, that's the best way to go fast. Once you get to this point, you can just chill. You literally just focus on food and water, and you come grab mats whenever they're available. And, yeah, just focus on building, do whatever you want, figuring out the game. That's the best way to go about it. If you found this thing helpful, this guide helpful, then feel free to subscribe for more tutorials in the future. And hit that like button. We really appreciate that. And yeah, hopefully this helps you out starting off in Raft.